connection. Whoa, here we go. Back live, man. So today we're gonna be talking about something that's a little different, man, but definitely something that pertains to you people that want to start wholesaling, man. So me and Thad talked about this, I don't know, a couple of months ago or something like that. It's like talking about like how many people that I know have read this book called Rich Dad Poor Dad, right? And it's not just that book, like that's just like an example for me. For me, it's like it was like, how many people do I know that read the book Rich Dad Poor Dad? I was thinking people that I really know, like people that I've grown up with that read that book, very slim number of people, right? Super slim, right? It's like it's not like a common thing that people. It's not common that people that I know read books in general, right? It's like it's not. It's like in general, it's not common that I would read a book, right? If you ask somebody that knows me, hey, would that guy read a book? Most people would say, nah, that guy ain't read no freaking book.
The old you, the old you.
The old me before Thad invaded, right? So, so how old was I? Like, I was like 20, 21. Was I 20? That'd be 20 or 21 or something like that. Uh, and Thad just keeps talking about this book, Rich Dad Poor Dad, and I'm like, oh my god, a book. But you know, uh, I always call this like Mindset Monday because it's like things that help, like the mental shift. Because like I don't think my brain was nowhere close to this, and most people's brains are nowhere close to where they need to be to get where they're going. Like once your mind has shifted in a certain direction, you like you're destined to get there. Right? It's like once your mind has determined that I'm going in this direction, it's like you're destined to get in that direction. If your mind doesn't go in that direction, you ain't getting there. Right? It's like, so like Rich Dad Poor Dad and Thad telling me about this book, my mind was in a complete my mind was full blown poor dad direction. It's like, so it's Thad just kept hitting. Thad is pretty relentless. He's
Oh,
in
jeez.
pursuit. So you know, he's pounding me with Rich Dad Poor Dad. Rich Dad Poor is like pounding me, man. In fact,
Yeah.
I don't know. Finally, Rich Dad Poor Dad started to seep through my brain, and then it was like a eureka. It was like, oh. So just want to talk about mindset, Rich Dad, Poor Dad, and like the trail that it leads you down. You know, because more than likely that's the trail that most people need to go down to get to where we're trying to lead people toward. Like we're trying to lead people towards, starting a wholesale business, but they really ain't even got the mental they ain't in the mental space to even start doing that kind of stuff, you know. Uh so you're looking at somebody who got older in Red Rich Dad Poor Dad versus this guy, this guy.
This guy
He's like the rich dad, he's the what do they call that? The one for
what?
kids, book for kids.
Smart kid, rich kid. What are you
Yeah,
talking
he's like
about?
rich kids. so I know for me it was hard to get through my brain, but what do you think about the shift? And by the way, Jordan is up in here, man. Appreciate you coming through,
What's
Jordan.
up, Jordan?
Always, what's going on, man? But anyways, that what do you think about the shift, in mindset of the rich, like before somebody read Rich Dad Poor Dad, after somebody read Rich Dad Poor Dad, it's a shift. It's hard for me to explain it.
I I mean, it, what do I think about the shift? Like, sometimes when you tell people about wholesaling and you're like, you might work for months and not get paid. You know,
Yeah.
people like you working for months. And if you remember Rich Dad Poor Dad when he was working at the store and they're like, you know, what is he paying you? You know, everybody was talking about the pay, you know, the pay.
Yeah.
Um, but you got to shift, you know, your mind, like because the people are used to being employees, you know, sometimes, and like I'm going to work today and I'm going to make, you know, $50, you know, wholesale. Like, you know, I clocked in today at 9 o'clock and I clocked out today at 9. I should make $50. I should make, you know, that's what a lot of people, you know, I've had people come to me and say, you know, how long is it, you know, how long is it going to be before you get paid? I'm like, I don't know. I
Yeah.
know that if you do the work, you
Yeah.
know, you will get these results, but I can't say when are you going to get paid.
Yeah.
I can't say it, you know.
Yeah.
You know, you might get paid in 21 days.
Yeah.
You might get paid in 14, you know. You might get paid in 6 months, you know. But people get like sometimes caught up in that and they think about being like, you know, employees, you know, I have no responsibilities, you know, I'm not sticking my neck out, you know, versus, you know, you take it the other way and you know, you take on some responsibility, you take on some risk, you take on some working without getting paid, you know, that I think that's the big shift. The big shift in Rich Dad Poor Dad is A, you know, you might have to work without getting paid, and B, even as wholesalers, sometimes wholesalers become just employees of their own business, just
Yeah.
high income, you know,
Workers.
yeah, workers. But you know,
Self-employed, right? Cash flow quality.
yeah, self-employed. But especially if y'all listen to Byron, I'm sure Byron be hitting y'all with his systems and you know, system. Which you're gonna need if you ever gonna like step away from your business and have it, you know, be more automated, you know.
Yeah.
But that's a big shift for wholesalers. A, stop being employees. But once you stop being employees, oh, now I'm self-employed, you know. Now you gotta shift gears again, you know, and you know, become a, you know, get your business, you know, become a corporation, you know, you the president.
Yeah.
But it's a big shift between employee to self-employed and a self-employed to, you know, businessman, you know, he got
Yeah.
his own business.
No doubt, man. A lot of people wonder, and even I wonder, it's like, why do people talk about like rich dad, poor dad, or why do people talk about like mindset shifts? It's like I didn't understand why people talked about that. And that's the thing. It's kind of like you reach the other side and there's people back on the other side who don't believe you. Like it's like you tell them that you need to do this. It's like you need like this is how it works, you know, but they don't believe you, you know, until they get to the other side of like, oh yeah, that is how it works, you know what I'm saying?
They don't
So
believe you.
yeah.
They don't believe you.
Like Dan's talking about working and not making money, and you know, people are like, I'm out, you know what I'm saying? It's
Oh,
like
money, what?
this man is
How,
lost it. You
how
know,
long
I
how long you
can't
been
get with
working
him.
over there? You been working over there 3 weeks? You ain't got paid yet? Oh no, yeah.
It's like I
Yeah.
can't do it. I can't do it. But I'm
Um
telling you, man, I made a post a long time ago that was saying it's like you have to be okay with working and not making money and keep working.
and keep working.
Yeah, you can't quit. It's like you can't not make money there and say I'm gonna quit. It's like no, that's not how it works. You have to keep going. It's crazy, man.
Yeah.
So you know this this mindset shift. That's one major mindset shift. For me, the mindset shift was working for money versus passive income, like
Yeah.
actual income versus passive income. Like I never even considered passive
Me
income. That never even crossed my mind. To
didn't
think.
cross my mind.
It's like you telling me that somehow I can set some up where I'm gonna be getting paid at some point, and I'm not going to be doing something like passive income like that. That was a big shift for me. And so I was on a journey of trying to figure out how do I get passive income. And it's like, I didn't know how to do it. I knew that I wanted it. I knew that it was out there, but it's like, how do I get to passive income? And I think what I'm discovering is you got to get to active income before you get to passive income. Like you can't run past active straight to passive. It's like it's hard to run unless you just already got the money. Unless you already got money somehow, it's hard to run past active straight to passive. It has
hard.
There's ways, but it's a lot easier to get to passive if you get active.
It's a lot easier. It's a lot easier. That's true. I mean, there's probably some ways to get it, but they're not easy.
Yeah,
they're not easy.
Not easy, man. It's not easy. So I think that was a big one for me, like the passive and active income. So I started pursuing passive. I think that's why I spent most of my like digging into real estate. Most of the years I spent looking up passive. And then, I was like, dang, maybe I need more money. And that's when I went active. And once I went after active, that's the thing. You have to be once you go after active, you start getting active income and your brain start floating away from the passive income side. You have to remember that, hey, don't forget the goal. Keep your eyes on the goal. It's like you get distracted, like, ooh, this active income is really good. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And you forget that, hey, I was searching for passive income the whole time. So let me go and get that passive income. But you looked at the active and you're like, Thad keep teasing me, keep telling me about this property in Statesboro that we can have. That
I tried. I hit up with the whole Rich Dad Poor Dad thing. I kept harping on it, but he hardened his heart, y'all. He didn't want to hear nothing I had to say. But he can't, he's come to the light now. But at the time, like we had this, I think smash deal in Statesboro. I got to sell it down to like $45K, and I was trying to get Byron, myself, and my cousin to all go in like $15K each. I was wholesaling at the time. Wholesaling was my only job, so I didn't want to try to put $45,000 in this house myself. But I was thinking, 15, nobody's hurt. We could list this house, like we could have just listed it, for like 90, 80, and then split up the profits. We could have kept it. We could have, but he told me, because I was learning wholesaling. He said, Dad, we're wholesaling. This was my first deal. He said, we get in, we get out. Get in, we get out. Just wholesaling. None of that buy the house, but yes, I figured him
the house in Statesboro.
I figured I don't know what's wrong with Statesboro. I mean, apparently, I don't know. The estimate for this house now is like, I think it's like 150. Now, you all know estimates aren't exactly right, but we could probably say maybe it's worth, at least 100. At least 100. Jesus. Oh my God. But they hurt me so.
You are crazy, man.
It hurt me. But yeah, but that still would have been kind of active had we flipped it. It wouldn't have been passive, only had we kept it as a rental. But it would have put us, I don't know if it would have been passive. So that might be a little bit different. But yeah, Byron was on the active. He said,
but that's what I was worried about, though. I was worried about being stuck with the property, but in actuality, I wouldn't have been stuck with the property. The property could have made money month after month over time. Could have got the buy down. Could have got the appreciation. But
hard line of credit.
Could have started. I didn't build none of my rental portfolio while I was actively creating income. But like I think that's like every cycle. Like I think most investors kind of go through that. You know, they get in this mode of making a ton of money and they forget about the passive. Like, why do I need passive income when I'm making, you know, all this money? You know, I don't need no passive income. You know what I'm saying? It's like, you know, you don't even think about it. But I think when things slow down, when things get bad, when you don't have that constant income coming in, then you say, "Oh man, I
Sure
better
would be
you know,
nice, you know. Like,
yeah, sure would be nice to have the extra, you know, a couple of $1,000 rolling in the door for these, properties that I collected." But like that's what I'm thinking about now. Like I was telling that one of my goals this year is to get 2 properties, like buy and keep 2 properties, right? So like that's something I'm trying to do now, you know. My whole thing is like which properties do I keep? And I really want multifamily. So multifamily around the Atlanta area, outside, not in Atlanta, outside of the Atlanta area, multifamily. So if you find any of that, let me know. But anyway, so that's what I really want. I don't want single family. Like I don't really want single family. I think that's going to be my strategy. Wholesale single family, search for multifamily to purchase, right? Um, I'm wholesaling and I'm doing some flips. I got a property I just got in contract. I could make 10K off of it wholesaling, but I could flip it. What's up, AM man? What's going on? I could flip it and make like 50, right? It's like which one do I want to do? Because everybody want to buy low, right? It's like all the cash buyers gonna give you really low offers. Well, you know, the retail buyers, even though the prices came down, I'm still getting the property at a good amount where I can sell it to a retail buyer and make 50 grand, you know. So like, man, you got to take that. Even if you fail to make 50 grand, let's say you fail and make 30 grand, got to take that, right? So, you know, that's what I'm doing right now. But, you know, this rich dad, poor dad, you know, and y'all let me know if you read Rich Dad, Poor Dad. Jordan, if you read Rich Dad, Poor Dad, Rolex, let me know if you read Rich Dad, Poor Dad. But y'all let me know if you read Rich Dad, Poor Dad. If you watching this on the replay, leave it in the comments. Have you read Rich Dad, Poor Dad?
Hold on 1 second, guys. 1 second.
Yeah, go ahead, Thad. You got it. I'll hold it down for you. But have you read Rich Dad, Poor Dad? Is a question that I got. What's up, KY the King? What's going on, man? Y'all let me know if you read Rich Dad, Poor Dad. Rolex read Rich Dad, Poor Dad in high school. Dude, I was nowhere near reading Rich Dad, Poor Dad in no darn high school, right? Jane Dizzle said, nope, still ain't read it. God, dog. So got the book, but haven't read it yet. Man, like, dude, I was nowhere close to read. If you got the book, that you know you had a head of steam over me. And a lot of times, like a lot of people haven't read the book, but they listen to so many people who have that they picked up on all the concepts. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, so say Jay Z said done about 6 or 7 deals. Yeah, no doubt, man, no doubt. Like you can do deals, I think, and do a lot of stuff, but like the mental shift that I had, being a person that was nowhere close to Rich Dad Poor Dad, nowhere close to understanding any of those principles, like going in the poor dad direction. It's one thing to not have read it, but you already have enough rich dad principles, right? It's like if you grew up like when I grew up, I didn't grow up with any rich dad principles. Right, it's like, you know, it's like some people, like my kid is gonna grow up with some rich dad principles just because like you grew up around people who had those principles. But I didn't grow up around people with rich dad principles, right? So Thad grew up around, you know, his mama had. I'm pretty sure he could talk about it more, but Thad's mom. Oh, there you go. Oh no, don't do that.
Crash away.
Dude, Thad can talk more about his situation, but Thad, did your mama have rich dad principles?
Not really. She did not really have rich dad principles. She had more like she's like medium.
Oh, okay.
She had medium principles. Um, but I would say that her love for maybe education even played into like financial education.
Yeah.
So she, she wasn't just like she didn't want me to just be educated about math and science. She wanted me to be financially educated. So
Kind of a little bit of the rich dad,
a
but
little bit, a little bit,
the rich dad
a little
principle.
bit, a little dad. I mean, so that was a question, but no, she really wasn't. But once she read the book and she saw, like, she read the book first, so then she saw, and she was like,
So your mama read Rich Dad Poor Dad.
Yeah, my mama read Rich Dad Poor Dad.
My mama ain't came close to Rich Dad Poor Dad either. But was there any Rich Dad Poor Dad principles? I don't think so, but I think there was like dreams of Rich Dad Poor Dad, like only dreams of that kind of stuff. No real like concrete. I don't think she was like instilling any of that stuff or like showing us any of a rich dad principle. It was more of a poor dad principle, right? Like hard in that race. Like that's the my mom didn't only want me to teach you about math and science. She was like, I will beat you to death if you don't learn this math and science. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
like, my mom go get that math and science. It was like,
yeah, that's what you need.
You don't want to hear about nothing else.
Yeah. My mom was probably like a mix. I'd say that my granny, she never read Rich Dad Poor Dad, but she was about that life. But she learned a lot. She was like a maid, a housekeeper, for like a lot of rich people. So like when she was cleaning their house, they would give her a lot of like free game on stuff like, so they would kind of be like the rich dad, but I guess you had rich employee, rich employer, and they give you clean up enough houses for wealthy people. You start picking up stuff. So that's kind of what happened to her. But so I guess my mama maybe seen some of the stuff from her mama and then got the book. But yeah, she wasn't so much of a rich dad, but she was, she was in the middle. She was a hybrid.
But like if you look at your grandma and mama, if you look at them now, it's like, whoa, seem like rich dad people.
Yeah, different. Yeah, my mama, she's most definitely more so a rich dad kind of person than she was, Yeah. But when I was younger, she was probably more in the middle. Now I'd be like, if she's my mama now, I'd be like, I don't want to go to school today. I'm gonna read Rich Dad Poor Dad. Okay. She might just say, if you say you're gonna read Rich Dad Poor Dad all day, it ain't that important, But I probably would never be able to, pull that off, back, if I talked to her back in the day. But she's a little bit different than she used to be.
Yeah. So James said, I don't need motivation about passive income. Me and my wife should read it together. Might put some fire under our behinds. It may, man. Like I go back and read some books just because sometimes, like especially the 10X rule, right? The 10X rule. Sometimes I just go back and just read it again. Just like if I feel like I'm in a lull or anything like that, put on that 10X rule, Grant Cardone, and I'm on again. It's like it just fired me up all over again, So
yeah, James, I think you should probably read it maybe, I don't know, at least every 5 years or something.
Yeah, you gotta refresh. I had to go get it here recently, like back in like October. Went back and got Rich Dad Poor Dad, listened to it again, then listened to the 10X rule. Some of that stuff you just gotta keep doing over and over. So DJ Lights, I think so, said, how are things going with Lead Sherpa that? Think you guys
So let me give y'all a little weather report. What they say, cloudy with a side of meatballs or something. But so right now, I was thinking everything was gonna be all cool, everything's gonna be all great. There is, a thing that I don't like about Lead Sherpa that's actually kind of like making me like, I don't know, making me kind of wishy-washy. The thing is, on every single message that Lead Sherpa has, it says replies, reply stop to opt out. So every single person who gets the message, if they don't want to sell their house today and they say, you know what, I don't want to sell my house today, stop. We can never go back and message those people again, even 3 years from now, and had we not have had that message in there, maybe they just wouldn't have replied, and then we could have messaged them in the future. But now, because they hit stop, because they said, oh, I'm just gonna opt out, there's no way for them to opt back in. If you type stop and if they type to you again, you still can't message them. So even if they say, oh, who was those people who messaged me before? Oh, I'm interested. We can't respond. Like we would have to get our own phone or text them from Podio or something else. So I really don't like that. And eventually, with so many people opting out, when you go to do your follow-ups, it's just gonna get smaller and smaller and smaller. Versus if they just didn't opt out, you could at least hit them up a couple times a year, oh, okay. But now they're just like, oh, let me opt out. So whereas Lunch Control, it doesn't have that message. So sometimes, people do stop to opt out. But since it's not there, I feel like it's probably less people opting out, which is more so a future problem than a,
right now
problem. But in the future, I think it's going to be a problem. So
yeah, no doubt. I don't know. I think that is a big con, but
big con.
Yeah, you got to weigh both of them against each other. But if we keep Launch Control, I think we still would have to make an adjustment to make it stronger than Lead Sherpa. You know what I'm saying? Like, and that's the thing. Like, you're always looking to make an adjustment, and we probably should do this more than what we do. Like looking at these platforms and saying, okay, what's the best? What adjustment we need to make? We probably should do it. But when we do this, usually usually, when we start looking at stuff and really start, kind of picking out, okay, we can make a shift here. We could do something different. Then
we can send more than 6 texts a minute.
You are crazy, man.
Guys, Byron almost crucified me one time. Told me he just wanted to work because I was trying to better us. He almost crucified me. Y'all see he's all kiki laughing now, but he was not laughing then. I know he was thinking about divorcing me. Like in his head, he said, man, this guy over here messing up my platform. The deliverability rate is down. That I just want to work. Stop touching stuff. In his head, he didn't say stuff. He said something else. But yeah. But yeah, we've learned. We've gone up with our stuff, over the years.
Yeah, no doubt. Thad came in, wanted to text more people, and I was like, we could text more people, but this deliverability rate don't need to go down, So Thad's like,
he said we could text 6 a minute. He said 6 a minute.
Well, I was going off what they was telling me. Thad was like, how do we know this? How do we know that? He was trying to push it to the limit. And I was like, man, I just want it to work. Like, I want the messages to be sent, and I want the people to message us back. Like, that's how we get deals. It was like, at the time, I just, I've just started to make $10K a month a little bit. And that comes in, blasting out all the
I come in at no K a month. I have nothing to lose. I'm already. I have nothing to lose. There's
And
nothing.
now my delivery bill rate is shot. And I'm like, dude, what is this guy doing?
It got down to like 15%, 10%. I don't know. It got down pretty low. But we learned about Trilio numbers. We learned a lot of things through that. We learned about making more templates.
Yeah.
That's why y'all remember we got 100 something templates.
Yeah, Brad made 1 million templates. But ultimately, Cass, who's right here on this live right here, Cass is the one who said, "Hey, go check out Launch Control."
Okay. And appreciate that, Cass.
Check out Launch Control, and then we went to Launch Control, checked them out, and kind of did what Thad's doing right now. Thad went and did like a little pilot. And he was like, I think this is the one, man. He was like, yeah. So we switched to Launch Control, and then we took off, But yeah, I think going back and looking at what we're doing really helped a lot, man. But we're kind of in between right now, like Thad said. How many text messages per day do y'all do with Launch Control? I think it's 7,500, something like that.
Oh yeah, altogether, probably yeah.
Yeah. So I'm getting leads, but I don't get home until 5:30. Should I call Saturday, 6 p.m. or hire? You got to have a lead, dude. A lead manager is crucial. A lead manager would change your life. It's like our lead manager was out of work today, and it's like we might well just stay at home. It's like
I laid down.
Exactly. Like, we might as well stay in bed.
But James, I like your question. Like, I just don't think it should be a or. I think it should be an and.
Yeah.
Like, I think you should probably call on Saturdays, and you should probably get a lead, manager, But like Saturdays is a good time to call sellers because a lot of people don't have to work, so it's a good time to. How should I get a lead manager? Oh, he's laughing.
To call him as a lead manager, although he has no phone experience. Well, talk to him about how to talk on the phone, but definitely have your partner call because, like, and like Thad said, do all of that. Like, have your partner call and hire you a lead manager, both of them, right?
Yeah.
That way you got, regular American calling, you get your VA to be a lead manager, she's calling, and both of them are learning together. You know what I'm saying? So let's say that, that way you got two people learning together. But if you can get you a lead manager, that would change a lot for your life. I'm telling you, it'll change a lot for your life, man. It'll help you like begin to do even more business. Like I got 2 properties now that I have locked up and that I'm closing. Both of them was because my lead manager put them under contract, right? My lead manager put 2 properties under contract this month, and I'm closing both of them. One of them is a wholesale deal, which is $15K. Another one is a flip. Crazy, man. Because of my lead manager. That's just my lead manager. She made the offer. She talked to him. I never talked to the seller. She negotiated the seller down $35K. She negotiated the seller down $35K. Like, dude, I seen a video of Keith Everett talking to seller down 12K, 15 or 12K, right? Everybody blowing it up, right? My VA talked the seller down $35K. It's like, you know what I'm saying? So having a lead manager is crucial, man. You know what I'm saying? It's crucial. So, it's crazy, man. Now, lead manager is Filipino, man, but she's super professional. I'd be like, man, this she's professional. It's crazy, man. She be so professional with it. So James says, how do you pay an overseas lead manager? $5-6? Our lead manager right now makes like 5 something, right? How much Laura make?
Laura makes 525. I don't know if we gonna put her business out there like that, but yeah,
Oh,
she makes 525.
Anybody know Laura?
They know Laura. She's known. You know, she's known out here in the streets. 525.
Yeah, Laura makes 525. She is professional.
Yeah, she is professional. She's
professional. So yeah, now she Filipino. Ali is up in the building. What's going on, everybody? Nothing much, man.
Yeah, what's up, Ali?
Man, this is a good live.
Byron dragged me, you know, out of my chair. He had it. I said, man.
You know, I said I ain't too proud to beg.
That's what he said. So he got me on here, but
I ain't too proud to beg. I'll beg you.
Yeah, he will. He ain't lying.
So Jane says she sounds American, a slight accent, highly professional. Slight accent.
If she called my house though, I wouldn't know she was from the Philippines.
No. I wouldn't.
She don't sound like she from Georgia. Like she don't sound like being Byron, but
very slight accent. Very
like if you were like, where is this girl from? Like, I don't know, but I wouldn't.
She sounds like somebody who may be from another country, but have lived here for a while.
Yes, she sounds like somebody who's from another country but lives in the United States.
Yeah, like she's lived here for a while. So it's like, okay, this person sounds like she's American, but she's from somewhere else, but she's been here for a long time. You know what I'm saying?
Ali, are you roasting me? Is this guy roasting me?
Crazy.
Is he coming for me? Did you see he took the time to say walk? But that's true. Like, oh, he know me. Yeah, these people know me. Yeah, I feel attacked. Yeah, and no one no jog. First off, it was a little chilly in here. So I put this on. It's retaining a little bit of heat, but I did walk a little bit. I vacuum clean. So you gotta walk around the house and vacuum. But yeah, James, he's attacking me, man. Oh, that's a compliment. That's a compliment. Oh, okay, all right, I appreciate it, man. I appreciate it. I didn't know. I'm like which one of y'all hit me?
Crazy, man.
Okay, that was not my New Year's resolution. How people be making up New Year's resolutions for me? I thought your New Year's resolution was a read Rich Dad Poor Dad or something. 5 times, 10 times. But I do try to walk. I'm gonna be honest with you. I do try to walk when I talk to sellers, and sometimes when I talk to agents. Like sometimes I be talking to wholesalers or agents, and they be like, "Dad, why are you breathing so hard?" I'm like, "Man, I've been walking for an hour, man. Like because conversations might go kind of long, so they be like."
Me and Thad be on the phone. I'm like, dude, what are you doing? He's like, I've been walking this whole time. I'm like, what? Dude,
you ain't been walking this whole time. I've been walking, man. I've been walking. Ali, I am trying to eat a little healthier. I am trying to eat a little healthier. I got my wife makes me this grilled okra. She makes me some rice. She likes to cook rice, so she like me home kind of. Some chicken, some grilled chicken. So, yeah, I've been trying to eat a little healthier. So,
what are you eating tonight, Dad?
Byron's trying to set me up because he knows that my uncle's coming over here tonight, and my wife is making some meatloaf, mashed potatoes,
good healthy,
green corn,
good healthy.
But she's also making the additional meal of grilled chicken with the rice and the okra.
That's the option. Did you take it there?
I'm probably gonna dibble and dabble in some things.
So you both.
I dibble and dabble. But yeah, he said Ali said my New Year's resolution. What? I'm putting no cuffs on me. But yeah, I do be walking though. I do be walking. I'm gonna try to walk some more. That's not my resolution. That's gonna be my what's today? Today's the 16th. I hate give myself rules, but we'll say I'm gonna be busy today. Tomorrow but I guess tomorrow I'm gonna walk at least 30 minutes on my treadmill.
Well, Thad's gonna have to start walking or something because I'm losing. I gotta lose 50 more pounds, and I'll be 60 pounds down. And then at that point, Thad's gonna feel the pressure to start walking.
I don't know, but Byron just walked to Cali. Oh man, walk to California, man. I like to take the planes. Y'all know I like that Spirit Airlines. You know, I don't know if I can walk to Cali. Sorry, look, I skipped over James's thing. My bad.
You got on me about skipping over a comment.
But I was gonna go back. See, I caught it. That's the difference. You gotta catch your mistakes, Laura. You gotta catch it.
I have a really good assistant doing my that's the one you should elevate into lead manager. Should she be doing my lead management? Yes. Or would it be weird having the same person doing an initial call and follow up? Nah, it wouldn't be weird. You probably need to find like another person to do the initial stuff and then just have her be a lead. Like what we started doing is like having her do a little bit of it just to see how she do. So so have her do the initial calls at, during certain parts of the day, but then like say, hey, for these 2 hours, I want you to do as many follow-up calls as you can, and then tell her how you want it done and stuff, and then start teaching her how to do different stuff that you do, right? It's like you're trying to reinvent yourself, right? So that's what you want to do. So Kat said walk to Cali. Okay. Oh, that's what Dad was talking about, walk to Cali.
They piling on, Ali. You got them piling on me.
So James said been great seeing the progress, bro. Fitness and bindings. What? Why?
Business.
Oh, he trying to say business. Business. I ain't slang. I ain't got that kind of slang.
Business and business wise. I got it, James. I got it, James.
Business.
Yeah. James, another thing you and your wife can do, if you go to the Rich Dad Poor Dad website, y'all can set up to play Cash Flow 101. Cash Flow 101 is a game made by Robert Kiyosaki. The board game is like $100, but if you go to his website, you can play the game for free. And the goal of the game is to get out of the rat race. Super sticker. Did he give me a sticker? Wow.
James is the sponsor of today's show.
Byron, we're splitting that sticker.
Goodness, super sponsor the show. So
I never even, does that happen all the time here? Is that what happens?
Our very first super sticker. I feel really special right here.
I was about to say, does this happen all the time?
No. This
wow. Wow. Okay.
You are a dog.
I'll be back tomorrow.
You are stupid. You are an idiot.
But if you go to the Rich Dad Poor Dad website, they have Cash Flow 101. You can play online with people from across the world. So like say if you want to play against me and Byron or something, you and your wife versus me, Byron and my wife or something, we can all play. And you're going to try to get out of the rat race. They're going to give you like a random job, plumber, accountant, lawyer, and you're going to have bills and you got to invest to get out of the rat race. It's a good game. I used to play it a lot when I was deployed because you play it on government computers. But yeah, it's good and it's free. Yeah, we appreciate that, James. Byron gonna use that to help me get a new camera. He's gonna put that to the camera budget. Yeah, man, you good, man. You good.
Oh man. So yeah, man, I'd say, and Dad always talked about this like long time ago. I was telling him he lost his mind. He don't know what he's talking about. This guy's crazy. I'm saying all this in my head. Why is this guy bringing this stuff up?
You seeing it on his face too.
You are stupid, man. But yeah, man.
Sponsored by James.
Yeah,
sponsored by James.
Sponsor, baby.
James, I don't know, man. You might have sponsored the Mars show too, man.
Well, so, hey, whoever gets the highest super sticker is the sponsor. So James is the sponsor for the day. You can't beat James. James is our first.
Now I feel bad I didn't take that call. You remember Friday when I didn't?
No, we didn't stay on long enough for you to come back.
Yeah, we didn't stay
on. We didn't stay on long enough for you to come back. Yeah, Thad. We gotta get Thad a new camera, man, so he can keep up with the quality. You know,
man. Put y'all. You see, Cass, man. Everybody jumping on me. Y'all jumping on me, but y'all lifting me up. I'm getting jumped over. I'm getting lifted up at the same.
You do a camera, man.
And the relief fund.
Oh yeah, man. Jay said, "You the man, bro." I appreciate y'all. Yeah, no doubt, man. Hey, appreciate you.
Appreciate you, man. Appreciate you.
But yeah, man. So this is what we do, man. Just wholesaling, you know. But yeah, man. That rich dad, poor dad cash flow quadrant.
Look, I bought this camera. I bought this camera right here. I don't know if y'all can see that. It's supposed to be good, but it's garbage. Like this was like, I don't know. I can't remember how much this was, but it's garbage. Yeah. Garbage camera. I just had to say that. I'm gonna buy another camera though. I just don't know. I might have to buy a barn bolt. That's what I had to. That's what I got to do.
The same cameras I got.
Yeah, then it might be too much detail though. You know.
Well, yeah, man. You're gonna have to upgrade your background too. Like this show is just gonna keep going. You know.
They'd be like, why he got those things on his cheeks? I'd be like, what things? But with the high def, the high def camera.
Yeah, you get exposed. You get exposed.
Yeah, I get exposed.
So James said, "Hi, I need to jump on a call with y'all boys or on a video. I'm honored." Hey, yeah, man, we gotta bring you in for the show one time, man. We'll bring you in. We'll bring you onto the show, man. You know, let you tell your story. You've done 7 to 8 deals. You got some game this year.
Yeah, you got value, man. Everybody has value
this year, man. So, yeah, man. So yeah, let's do it, man. So I'm loving to see some Christian brothers in this space, man.
James, let the church say amen.
I'll tell you. So yeah, James, we'll bring you on, man. Seriously, and let you tell your story, man. That'd be pretty cool. We've done a few shows. Cass was on the show. You know, Thad was the first show. Thad was
that the first show?
Yeah, you was the first. Use the first
show. I didn't know that.
Yeah, what is it? Afghanistan to 100 grand.
Afghanistan to 100 grand, y'all. Dollar bills, y'all.
So yeah, no doubt, man. But I just wanted to talk about like Rich Dad Poor Dad today, and talk about, you know, we're gonna do a giveaway of the Rich Dad Poor Dad book. What do you think, Dad, on this giveaway of the Rich Dad Poor Dad book? Who should we get? How does somebody become the recipient of this giveaway, Dad? What do you think? I want to put this together.
I want to think about something good. Let me think about. I want to put some thought into it and let you know. But I'm probably about to have to. I'll go to the Most High.
Yeah. Cordero comes through. Said, did you send out all your texts at one or space them out? We answer your question.
Cordero, you asked this question 3 days ago, and Byron skipped over you. And I came back and I said, Byron, you skipped over Cordero's question. He's gunning for you. But on Lunch Control, we send them all at one time. On Lead Sherpa, we split them up throughout the day. There
we go. So on Launch Control, we send them all at once because Launch Control spaces them out themselves, right? But on Lead Sherpa, they send them straight out. So
straight out. So you gotta be ready.
Yes, because you gotta be ready. Man, they may come flooding in. So Jane said, about to call my VA, talk soon. Yeah, no doubt, man. Call your VA. Like I said, that VA, I would just gradually give her a little bit more responsibility, a little bit more, teach her a little bit, and spend tons of time with her, right? You spend tons of time with the VA, it helps a lot.
He did. Yeah, he did skip you, man. I said, man, you skipped right over Cordero, man. Disrespectful.
Cordero, my guy, man. I don't know. He had another comment, was what it was. He had 2 comments, and I just saw the second comment, and I went on a tangent. It was like
somebody asked him about wholesaling for free, and then he went off. He skipped.
Don't ask me about wholesaling for free, man. It'd be, woo. man, that's they go deep. So Kadero said, been doing one-on-ones with my VAs on StreamYard. That's what's up, man. It was $1 million tip. Yeah, no doubt. Like, dude, you spend a lot of time with the VAs and they become top notch. It's like they just start copying you. I think that's what it is. It's like they just begin to try to imitate you. So I think you spend a lot of time with them. You can almost reinvent yourself. Like I was telling people earlier, it's like my VA talked to the sellers, got them under contract, negotiated them down $35K. Now I got me a $15K deal. It's like, and I ain't talked to the seller at all. She did all the talking to the seller, so I'm like, man, you able to make money because your VA has been recreated. Basically, it's amazing, man. It feels real good. It feels real good to not have talked to the seller at all. And my VA has done all of the talking to the seller. And now, the only thing I had to do is get the buyer. And now we're going to the closing table.
Byron, I gotta let you know. I gotta go to the store to go get something for this meal tonight.
Perfect. We're 50 minutes in, Thad. When you met your quota for the day.
My quota. Like I said, put some loose change in the camera fund,
No doubt, man. Shout out to James.
Shout out to James
Dempsey. He is the sponsor of today's show. We appreciate him. And to everybody else, how do you become a sponsor? The person with the high super sticker or the first super sticker?
Probably the highest.
Yeah, the person with the highest sticker will be the sponsor of each show, right? We got to start doing something for these sponsors.
We are. I was already thinking of what to do, but I don't want to say. Yeah, I want to tell you
a sponsors day or something like that,
I got some few ideas, but all right.
Yeah. But anyways, we'll see y'all later. Thad gotta get out of here. You got a big.
I gotta go.
Big night.
Go feed the masses.
I go check on my baby. We'll see y'all tomorrow, man.
See y'all tomorrow.
Peace out.